Go. Scott has got hints ready at hand if we get stuck, but I'm sure we won't need them, will we? Here we go. Here we are. This is what is in today's box. Ooh, okay. Well, here is, as ever, the pin badge from today's this month's thing. Good old pin badge. That is the 4th one. Not quite sure what that logo is yet, but there we are. I shall put that to one side. That is not needed. So we've got something here. It says FAO the detective. Begin my investigation here. I will do that. Something from the Ministry of Employment. Boy, okay. Ooh, okay. An interesting logo. Sloven Laboratory. And that's it. Okay. I'll put them back. Whoops. And move the box out of the way. We'll deal with them one by one. First of all, going to begin my investigation here. And then do that note. So here we go.
May I ask you a question?
Sorry?
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
So in the opening, where we said, if you can find out who wrote the flag and you know a country, you were supposed to email the conspiracy magazine. Did you do that?
Yes, I did. I got an email from them.
Okay.
I got an email from them. The email said, of course, his secretary Rita must have been a local Malverian rebel and defaced the flag whilst Gorblinski was out to lunch. This means that the Malverian government must be planning on using the weapon on its own people. But what would they achieve by doing that? Claire and I will gather some more resources and try to get them to you. Then with your help, we can blow this whole thing wide open. So this is what we have received, the resources from the Conspiralist and Claire.
There we go.
Dear Detective, this is the begin your investigation here. Note. We know a lot happened during your last mission. Discovering that the Malverian government were planning an arms deal, ascertaining that Leonid was involved, and worst of all, finding out that Colossus Global, the people who originally hired us, were behind the whole thing. Hopefully things will be a little more straightforward this time. Why do I doubt that? Claire has asked for your help again. We have enclosed the package she asked us to pass on to you. Here we go. It's a story with flavour. The story, I mean, technically you don't need to know anything about the story to understand the puzzles, but it's a lovely flavour, and the websites that get used are all really quite fun. Okay, 2 pieces of paper in here. We've got something from Save the Kittens and something from the Ministry of Defence. So I'm going to read... Is that readable? I think that might actually be readable. Hello, detectives. I've made some progress. Although we couldn't stop the arms deal from going ahead, I've got a plan to prevent the Malverian government from using the weapon they bought. But to do so, we need to work out exactly what they are planning. We know they've brought a quantity of the chemical weapon Karen. We also know that they plan on using the weapon on, from the information Francis sent you. If you didn't manage to see it, you can find it here. We've already done that. Plan on using it on Malveria. Francis has got a mole. Oh, he's easily identifiable then. Oh, no, not on his face. Okay. On the inside of the Malverian government, the mole has been able to pass on 3 sets of files that they managed to retrieve from Dad's old boss, Yakov Halmosi. You'll find the files inside this package. In order for my plan to work, I need to know 3 things of information. 1. How are they planning on disseminating the chemical? 2. When are they going to do it? And 3. What effect will it have on their target? Fortunately, it seems that the Malverian military have a comprehensive method of categorising operations like this. If you can find the answer to those 3 questions, you'll be able to work out the related operation code. Francis gave me a guide to the operation code system, which I've included here. When you've figured out the operation code, send it to me, and we can expose the Malverian government's plan. Good luck. Okay. And so this, to all departments, we've introduced a new... In fact, I can zoom in here. 1 second. Get it. There we go. Physically move the camera on its stand. We've introduced a new system to help us differentiate between all of our operations. Our new system is flawless. Never again will we accidentally release 250 killer bees into the Ministry of Defence's bathroom. There are 3 parts to each operation code: method, time, and detail. So method, lots of different methods there. And you see nuclear, note, must get nuclear weapons. Good. Drone strike, electromagnetic pulse, killer bees. Oh yeah. Not the bees, says Catnip, absolutely. Time, this represents what time of day the operation will occur. It's a 2-digit number and utilises the 24-hour clock. Okay. Detail, this depends on the type of operation. Always is a number and 3 digits long. For example, if we wanted to release 250 killer bees into the bathroom of an irritating boss, the 3-digit code would be 250. So, if we were planning on launching a missile with 120 tons of gummy bears, ooh, tasty, from one of the silos at 4 p.m, the operation code would be MST, that's missile from the other side, 16 for the time, and 120 for that. So that's what we're after today. We're after that 3 set of code. Don't seem to care about minutes, no. I mean, it's Mulvaria. I don't think they're... If nearest to an hour is as close as they're going to get with accuracy, I think. Right.
Cheesy Danson says to read something at the bottom of Claire's letter.
Good luck, Claire. Is it this? Is it this that you're after? Which is the... If this contains confidential information, then please shred it by giving it to your cat. Was it that? I am looking ghostly because of the extra lighting. I can deal with that. That is marginally better. Okay. Cat shredding services are available. Okay. So, here we go.
I think there were some other documents from Save the Kittens, and they all have the same.
They all have that. Yep.
It's very good.
Do we want to... shall we go with the Ministry of Employment first? Because it was on top. I like this plan. Well done. Good agreement. Okay. With this top-down cam, I'm sorry that it's not 60 frames a second or lovely frame rate, but you can at least still see me doing everything, which you couldn't really do last time. So here we go. Ooh. And do remind me to check both sides of pieces of paper. It's quite worrying the number of times that I've managed to not look at the back side of a piece of paper. Okay, here we are. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Republic of Mulvaria, from Pochiv. Mr. Phipps. My department needs to know at what time of day the most Mulvarians are in their homes. I will not explain the reasons for this. I would suggest you examine the work patterns of the most common jobs in Mulvaria. When people aren't working, then they must surely be at home. Please carry out the appropriate research and furnish me with those facts. Send this back through my office as soon as possible, although only send it through between 10 and 6, as they, like all the offices in the civil service, are the hours my staff work. This is an incredibly important task, so please handle this personally. Okay. Ministry of Employment. Dear Mr. Phipps, I've been working on the chart that details the working hours of Mulvaria's most common jobs. Got pretty far, but unfortunately my work experience placement has come to an end, so I have to go back to school. Sorry. Thanks for having me around this week. I've learnt a lot, and I now know that I don't want to become a civil servant when I grow up. Thanks, Timur. Oh, thank you, Timur. Oh, no. I have to go back to school. That's such a shame. Okay. So we have here average working hours of Mulvaria's 10 most popular jobs. I assume that not all... I mean, we don't know the doctor, we don't know the builder, we don't know the driver, and we don't know the civil servant. But we do know the civil servant, of course, don't we? Because I've just read it out from this piece of paper here. It says... I tell you why I'm looking ghostly. It's because I'm wearing a black shirt, and it's auto white balancing off my black shirt. I keep forgetting to wear light stuff. Anyway, hours between 10 and 6, like all offices in the civil service, they are the hours my staff work. So we know that 10 till 6 is the civil servants. So we can scribble out these. I'll get a pen actually. And till 6. And all you get scribbled out. Okay.
Are you supposed to scribble out the parts that are working or not working?
Oh, have I done a boo-boo? Oh yeah, the teacher would be... Oh, it's a good thing I used pencil on that top one. I could rub that one out. Genius. Shaded... Right. Everyone in the chat is also saying it's backwards. I'm going to... different... Let's do lines. Let's do lines for... I make a great detective. And shade the... Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Right. Highlighter. I like highlighter. Highlighter is good. It's going so well. That's worked. That's much better. There we go. Bring back Timor. I know. You can't get the staff these days. Oh, okay. I have here a letter from the Mulverian Medical Union. Mr. Phipps, I am writing to you on behalf of the 5,000 doctors plus that we represent. Under our members' contracts, hospitals are not allowed to make doctors work more night shifts than date shifts. However, we've discovered that the majority of doctors in the country work shifts that begin at 8 p.m. It is unacceptable that our doctors are, more often than not, expected to work their 10-hour shifts during the night. We do, of course, appreciate the need for there to be medical care overnight. This is madness. This needs to be resolved soon, otherwise we'll instruct our members to take industrial action. Timor's busy. He has a job interview in 10 Downing Street. Probably does. Probably. That's just worrying. So I'm assuming then 8 p.m. for 10 hours. Is that what we're expecting then? So 8 p.m. until 18 p.m., which would be 6 a.m. Is that what we're expecting? Do people agree with that? I will hope that people agree. I'm going to shade that in. So we've got doctor. They start at 8 p.m, which is here. And so 10 hours later, they'd finish at 6, wouldn't they? So they'd go to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay. That is doctors. I've shaded it now. So that is the doctors. I have here a letter.
So,
go on.
At some point, I'm just going to point out that you did fill in an extra row for the civil servant.
They finish at 5. Oh.
No, they finish at 6, so 6 should be free. We'll just make a mental note of that.
Okay. No, I'm assuming, yeah. Genius, Dan. Absolute genius.
It's okay. It's only a chemical warfare attack. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Just going to boost you up a little bit. Sorry if you're a bit quiet. Get the Tipex. I don't actually have Tipex. When was the last time any of you used Tipex? Okay, I have something here. I don't know whether this will be the builder or the driver. Let's take a look. It's written in Comic Sans, made in Reading. Mr. Phipps, I have a favour to ask you. You don't know me. I work as a builder, have done all my life, and I know that construction is noisy and needs regulations. I understand why you regulate the times precisely, but we're only allowed to work for 9 hours a day. But please, could you let us have longer than 1 hour to unload the delivery trucks? That's the only crossover period between our working day and that of the delivery drivers. Okay. It means that we have to rush at the beginning of our shifts to unload the trucks. I'm under attack. If you could hear that that ambulance siren, it means we have to rush at the beginning of our shifts and unload the trucks. And the drivers, their 7-hour shifts start at midnight. So that means they only really have to go and do work for the last hour before they can go home to bed. It's tiring me out. Okay. So, The drivers need 7 hours and the builders do 9. The drivers start at midnight. So that's midnight till 7 a.m. So I can do that. And then there's only 1 hour of crossover. So that'll be 11 p.m. to 12 midnight. And we can do the 9 hours a day from that. So driver begins at midnight. Where are you? Midnight. Driver. Okay. And you do 7 hours. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The builders, they have that 1 hour overlap and then they do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are you sure it overlaps in the right direction?
Oh, have I done a boo-boo? Let's have a look. Yes, why would they do it at night? That does not make sense. They have... And you really have to do work for the last hour. That is the last hour. Thank you. Whoop. Absolute genius. So it's this, and how many hours was it? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh dear. I could whip up an Excel spreadsheet for this. So now we need to work out when is the most popular time for people to work. The things are different lists. The lists they're different widths. I assume it's just because it's the thing. I don't think it's relative of population. Do you think? So we just need to count the cells each time, I assume. So this one has, for example, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 3, 4, 5. So we need somewhere that needs more than 7 because there will be one time that everything overlaps, I would imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 still. So we got lots of 7s. 7 p.m. Oh, they need to be at home, don't they? So we need the least number. That's right. Hang on. Let me just... Was it... you want the time when most people are at home? Yes. So we got 2 here at 7 a.m. There's still some 2s here. So 2 here. But yes, here there is 1. It's here. You want when most people are... This is the only one... I mean, I've butchered this spreadsheet entirely, but there's only one group working. The computer developers, which I do note, get up late and then work just the 6 hours. Which isn't... The farmers work from 4 a.m. till midday. Good farmers, good workers. But anyway, that is the answer there. And we know it's also during the 24-hour clock, so that's 19. So we need to know that number. That's number 19. We have done the first thing. Okay. That's the first envelope. Here is, in a brown envelope, the second one. Let's just push you back up again. Okay. That was a nice, easy first puzzle. Nice, straightforward puzzle there. I'm sure they will get worse. Having said that, do nom a biscuit catnip in celebration. Having said that, it would have been easier if I'd have actually shaded in the right things. Oh, lots of things in here. Oh. Okay. So got a few things here. Don't know what these are. They look like sort of loyalty cards. I will zoom in on these for you later. Oh, okay. Yes, we will do that. Definitely going to be looking at some of these websites. There is some excellent stuff coming up. But oh my, and oh, a flying glider. one of those things you get in the shops that you throw together, and then when you try and throw it, immediately it falls apart and or hits you in the face. Okay. Oh, lots of things here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Dear Lieutenant, how am I going to say that? Keban? Seban? Seban. Scott, how am I going to say this?
Sivan.
Siban. Your unit is on attachment to my department at my request. I require the expertise that can only come from military engineers. Your orders are to establish the best way to covertly spread a chemical substance among a large population. Can't work out why we might be doing that. I've been doing some research on the internet. As far as I can see, there are 3 methods which could work best: water supply, food supply, and chemical trails of aeroplanes. I ask you to examine each of these, report back, and we'll select the method of dissemination which reaches the highest number of people. Humbly yours. Okay, let's see how we can effectively kill people. Absolutely, nose dives on the first launch, breaks a wing in the nose. I'm sure there must be something in there that's relevant, but so at the moment, I'm going to quickly show you everything that I got, because there is a lot. The flying glider, that's there. I got 3 what look like supermarket loyalty cards, which all come with websites, which I'm very much looking forward to looking at. I got 3 internal memos, and I got 2 very large, so they won't all fit on camera probably, things. We got some form of layout of town, and we've got pipes. No idea what's going on, absolutely no idea, but I'm looking forward to it. Let's start with the internal memos. Subject: food supply. So we're going to be dealing with the with the way of disseminating via food supply. Soldiers, we need to work out which food item is the most eaten and how many people eat it each week in Mulvaria. Our government, in their wisdom, has ensured there are only 3 supermarket chains in the whole of Mulvaria. Thankfully, each Mulvarian can only shop once a week, and it is illegal to purchase items for anyone other than yourself. The data that I've been given shows that 240,000 shop at Prescapi. Here is the Prescapi loyalty card, and its slogan is "expensive but so worth it." And that is a card for Ms. Jolana Zima. 410,000 shop at Moldavi. Molvaldi, which is this one. This card here, which has a website on the back. Don't forget, you can see our best prices at molvaldi.com. So you can go there now. It's prescapi.com as well if you want to go there in advance. I'm about to go there in a second. 270,000 shop at Zupazeva. And for full terms and conditions, visit there. I've enclosed a loyalty card from each supermarket to help you. Apart from that, you're on your own. Okay. That one's air supply. That one's water supply. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with them when we get there. Right. Let's take a look. What is Prescapi? I mean, not sure. I mean, that's Aldi. That's just Super Saver. That's just a general pun. Let's go to Prescapi first. So, Chrome. Expensive, but so worth it. Okay. Unmistakable quality products, nothing but premium, always organic. I mean, if you didn't know anything, this is a decent looking website, isn't it? You'd start looking at these things. Sublime caviar, Royals vegetable, Mulvarian pork steaks.
I mean, is it Sainsbury's or what's the most upmarket of all the?
It would be Waitrose. It would be Waitrose.
Okay.
So, Mulvarian scallops, Mulvarian strawberries, cream of the crop. Okay, just going to have a quick look about us.
Can you read the 8th item in that list?
The 8th
Read
item?
it very clearly. No, in that list of products. Read it very clearly, please.
The perfectly pickled pickles. Very good. I'm not going to read out this one because I've got Emolvigog, what? Natural Malvarian yogurt. Now, we did know that what the... I should have noted down what the exchange rate was, just in case. But, okay, let's have a quick look at About Us. It was founded in 1923. It was a monumentally bad time to open a shop as hyperinflation had gripped all of the Second Polish Republic, which Pociew was part of at the time. In the morning, a piece of meat might be worth 3 million markers, and by the time the evening came around, its price might have risen to 5. All he did was spend his time changing labels. During rationing, he nearly bankrupted. So Prescapy is one of the 3 retailers who are permitted to build supermarkets. Okay, now we're going to have to be logging in here, I feel. What are we trying to do? We're trying to find the most bought item. Is that what we're trying to do? I need to
That is correct.
Yes, we need to.
So if you had essentially, I'll just, for lack of a better thing, if I said you need to pick something, like let's say lemons, how many people would lemons affect?
Mm-hmm.
How many people would bananas affect? So what is the number 1 in this list?
Okay. If we want to contact them, all of our produce is perfection, so there's no reason why you'd wish to contact us. Perfect. Okay. Well, we have an account number on this card, so I'm going to type that in. If I could do that, I see. I did a nice 2-shot, but it's going to be too small for that, so I'm just going to take that off. So the full name that we have, which is on the I'm assuming that these are all from the same person, because one of the cards has a name on, and one of them, and the 2 others don't. But I'm assuming they've all been nicked from the same person, who is Miss Jolana Zima. You like that view? Well, it's probably a bit too detailed for this one, but it will be useful later on, I think. The account number here. Oh my goodness, 2004. Oh goodness. 593 838 47. Submit. Please try again. Okay, well, is that... now. Now. There was one other piece of information.
Do you... The full title's not usually considered full name.
Yeah, I'll take that out. Please try again.
Also, Meredith points out that's the wrong card.
No, Prescott. Oh, goodness. I am brilliant at detectiving.
No, I'm reading the chat. It's a little slow for me today, but that's okay.
1048 375 774. Okay, we have here account number. It's got a different account number there. I don't know why. 57% of our customers buy Mulvarian baked beans every week. 53 pure pasta. 62. Oh goodness. Oh, there's maths. Oh, there's maths. Because we know the number of people. Meredith, I would, yeah. Oh no, you're awesome. Okay, so we need to multiply this percentage by the number of people who go to that shop, and we're going to work out which food. We can't just take the highest percentage, catnip, because different number of people go to different shops. But luckily, I have set up a spreadsheet. Of course, I have. I forgot to open it though, so let's go and find it. This is Detective Society notes. Yeah, I need to do it across all the stores. Now, let's hope that I have done the thing properly. Excel. There it is. Okay. So we have Prescapi. There's no, do it by thing. Do it by thing. So if I just move this over here. Oh, blimey. Okay, fine. And then one momentito. Whoop. Here we go. So we have baked beans, which, so Prescapi, it's has 240,000, and so it's 0.57 times that. Don't do it like that. What a muppet. Prescapi 2400. Okay, times what cell is that? B3. Okay. 53% for pasta. So it's 53, and Mulverian pork steak 62. There's 5 items. We know there's 5 items, so it's 0.62. Could have done this a different way. Never mind. Scallops, half, and oh yes, whatever this is. Hang on, there were 8 things. Oh, but this person has only bought 5. Okay. What is that? Emolviog.
Read the text.
Natural Mulverian yogurt, wholesome and organic, yielded from Mulverian dairy cows. I love yielded milk and yielded yogurt. 70. So there we go. That is Prescapi. We can head now to the second one. So it's going to be this one.
While you're doing that, I'm concerned about yielded as a transitive verb, because it sounds like the cows were a little more forcefully involved in this.
That is how one yields, absolutely. Super Saver, www. If you want to go, here it is. Super, but SZUPER, and Saver, SZAVER.com. So we've got Super Saver. Oh, Exhilarate Soda Bomb. Premium Mulverian milk from Mulverian milkers. Ooh, Zupa, Zipply Zupa noodles. Mulverian pork steaks again. Molochok, popping candy. Mind your teeth. Okay, right, well, let's log in with... I see, my deals. Oh, careers. Hang on, got to look at the careers. We're always looking for motivated individuals to join our Super Saver team. Could you be the missing piece in the jigsaw? Current vacancies. There are no current vacancies. But maybe that picture might be useful. Yeah, that might be useful. Let's go to my deals. Account number. Well, okay. This is the big one. 2004. 593 838 47. Is it going to ask us for any other form of thing? No. Okay. So there were Super Saver 270,000. So baked beans, that's 18 out of 20, so that's 90%. Times C3. Bread. Okay. Bread. Maybe. Maybe it is going to be 8 things, and for some reason only 5 appeared on the other one. Okay. 12 out of 20 for pasta. So pasta is 0.6. The pork steak, 9 out of 20, so it's 0.45. Scallops, also 9 out of 20, 0.45. A mollywog or whatever, 0.7. Right, am I going to have to... yes, catnip. That makes... complete madness there. So there's also tinned tomatoes. It's tomatoes. Oh, hang on, let's do top down. Bread, pickles, and tomatoes that weren't in the other one, but is that because when I resized it, some of them disappeared. Might have to go and check that. But anyway, bread, 0.55 times that. Pickles. How many? 60% of people buy pickles, a goodly amount, and tomatoes, 3/4. Okay, that is super. And finalement, we're going to go to Molvaldi. Molvaldi is this last one. So tempted to take these to actual Aldi and see what they'll say. Their website is www.molvaldi, molvaldi.com. It is loading. Okay. Yep. Bread. Snazzy sizzles. Scallops. Peachy clean. Yep. Okay. Sustainability. Uneaten food is a drain on both the environment and the economy. Whilst the government is passing laws to make it illegal to allow food to go rotten, there is more we can do. Our goal is to make all our food as bland as possible. This way, no one will choose to eat one item of food over another, as they will all basically taste the same. People will no longer eat a tasty chocolate bar instead of a piece of broccoli, because the chocolate will also taste of broccoli. The less food we waste, the fewer farmers we will need. Those farmers who are no longer required can go and do something more important, like working in a weapons factory. Oh dear. And also, this is why Molvaldi is committed to using less plastic in our packaging. Place your loose fruit and vegetables in paper bags. Squirt your toothpaste into a hip flask. Keep that petrol in a shoe. If each of us does our part, we can improve the world. I love these websites. And there's more at the bottom there. Over the next 5 years, we will make stores larger and more spread out, meaning customers will need to walk further. Make shelves higher, meaning customers will need to climb at least 2 meters to reach our popular products. And release rabid dogs at random intervals, meaning customers will expend more energy through the dual exercises of running and screaming. Oh, good health things there. Okay. Log in. There we are. What did they say for contact? To contact us, fill in a paper form, hand it to one of our staff members. Do not be concerned if they immediately throw it into a bin. It's just how we file things. Okay. The name. Now, I do know the name. It's Ms., which I'm not going to put in, Jolana Zimmer. Oh, we couldn't find you. Oh, hang on. Ms. Jolana Zimmer? Okay. Oh, it must be... Oh, okay. It's the name on the card, and it's someone else's. It's Yugen Petkov. Helps if I sort of look at the things I've been given.
Yeah, I don't know why... If every person can only shop at one store, I don't know why one person would have 3 loyalty cards.
Because... Shush. Okay. Oh, my. Now, this is just numbers. Oh, but they're... Oh, okay. So we've got 6 items here. We're given numbers, but of course we know how often they're allowed to shop. Wasn't it once a week? Wasn't it once a week? Each Mulvarian can only shop once a week, and it is illegal to purchase items for anyone other than yourself. So, absolutely. 1 store per week. So we got... This is... Molvaldi. Moldaldi. So, baked beans. I assume it's just going to be 11,44000 divided by 52. Have I done the right number of zeros there? I'm one off. Pasta. It's going to be 13145. 600 divided by 52. The pork steaks. So basically we're just dividing everything here by 52. Have I done that right? Yes, I have. Not very many there. Scallops. Oh. 3, 5, 6. There's a 0 missing. The tinned tomatoes is 4,160,000 divided by 52, and last one is the. I'm really hoping that this is the one. The Imolivog. I don't know. 1248000 divided by 52. Okay, if we just sum these.
So the chat is asking you to make sure you've typed in the scallop figure correctly.
3,560,000. I think I have.
That's not an 8. That's not an 8.
No,
Okay.
No, it's a 6.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, I'm a bit concerned by that as well. But I'm seeing that baked beans here is the highest number. It looks like baked beans is the highest number here, slightly edging out the Imolviyog.
Yeah, it is just an anagram of Mulvaria plus yolk for yogurt.
Yeah.
There's
something about the way that word is phrased that it just, my brain will not parse it. It doesn't like it. I wanted to end in vog, not yog. I don't know. Anyway, to me that looks like baked beans, which is not the Imoliyog. Imolviyog. Okay, but we've done the thing. We've found out that baked beans would target almost 600,000 people. We're going to keep that number because we've done the one. There are 2 other potential ways of disseminating the chemical. We've done the first one. Okay, so that is the first one. Right. Sorry, .cam, bring you back up. At least I think that all seems to be correct. I'm fairly okay with that. Right, what is this one? Internal memo, air supply. Okay, squad, we need to establish how successful it would be if we sprayed a substance out of the engines of commercial airliners. Sounds a bit crazy to me, but I'm not the one giving these orders. We have mapped a typical square kilometre of Mulvaria. It has a population of 192 people spread across houses, farms, shops, offices and factories. The plan would be to put the substance into the engines of all planes belonging to the state airline Mulvaria Airways. Pardon me, there are 3 Mulvaria Airways airliners that frequently fly over this square kilometre. MA304, MA302 and MA293. Each plane flies in a straight line and we're given its entrance and exit points. So this is going to be using the map, isn't it? Move you over. Whoops, going to move you here whilst I remember. To help you visualise this, we've included a model plane. We've included a model plane. The wingspan of this model plane represents the width of each plane's chemical trail. It's a model of a World War II plane we found behind the photocopier. Once you have mapped the paths of all 3 planes, you can establish how many people in the area would have ingested the substance. Obviously, each person can only ingest it once. Then, all you need to do is multiply that number by 4,800, the number of square kilometres there are in Mulvaria, and we'll have a pretty good estimate of how many people would be reached by these chemical trails. Right. Plane building time. Ooh, here we go. So, I remember these. Oh, little propeller, wings. tail. Well, I only need the wings, so I'm not going to build it because the wingspan is the important thing. So I will build it once we have used the wingspan part, because me building it and then getting really annoyed that it's not flat. I know what I'm doing. Right, so just going to put that over there. The map. Here is the map. Annoyingly, I will build it. I will build it, but not yet because I'm going to, Okay. So annoyingly, I can't. The whole thing is not on the screen. That's going to be a little bit annoying, but we will deal with it. Okay. The 3 flights are MA384, which enters the map over Money Inc., which is here, and exits over Discount Clothes. And so that's that's going to take all of this. That's everything 3 through 7. There is an 8. There is an 8th just down here that you can't quite see. So that's that. So it said that each person can only ingest it once. Was that which? Okay. 302 enters over Money Inc. and exits over Vitsiny Ilyич's farm. There's a Vitsina Ilyич's, so I'm assuming it's that. So that there is that farm. I will build it. I will build it. So that's going to go over there. And finally, MA329, Sophia Omer's house. Sophia Omer here, bottom right, and exit over Irina Mantia's house. So that's here. Okay. So we know there's 192 people in this map. And it just says spread out across houses, farms, shops, offices, and factories. So, How are we going to solve this? We don't have enough information. Well, at the bottom of the map, there is a handy key in very, very large letters of how many people there are in each building. My word. Okay. So out of the 3 things, it was only this little region down here that did not get. I'm so sorry, Catnip. It's only those 3. Is it only those 3 things that did not get? Oh no, that did get. So the first one was to block out all of these squares, because for some reason it says that each person can only ingest it once. So we just want to know which of these it will hit. Because there's far fewer that it won't hit, and then we can just take off that from 192. Right. It's going to be a lot.
If a building is hit more than once, it just counts for 1.
Exactly, yeah. So that has counted for all of those. So we've just got these 5 buildings at the top, and these 3 at the bottom. No, sorry, not even that one. So it's just the 5 at the top, and these 2. So the second one was enters here and exits at what was it? Sophia Omer. Okay, so that is going to get Super Saver, but that is that. So we've just got this one at the bottom and all 5 at the top. We're infecting all the flights here, Arch, so we're looking at all of them. And then Sophia Omer's to Irina Mantia's, so that goes here. So that's going to be these 3 at the top. So we're just left with this, and this. Sorry, this one at the bottom, and these 2 that are not infected. So there's 192 minus that is 24. A tower block is 18, and a house is 7. So we've got a factory, a tower block, and a house. I think we're all in agreement here. So that is 24, 18, and 7. So add that up. You get 49, I think. No, hang on. Yeah, 42 and 7. I think you get 49. 49. So there were 192 people in the square kilometre. We take off 49, which I'm doing in Excel because I can't do it in my head. 192 minus 49, that's 143. 143 times the magic number, which was 4,800 for the number of square kilometres. And we get 686,400 people, which is higher than the number of people that would be affected by baked beans.
I am going to ask you to do it the other way.
Oh.
I want you to count. I want you to count the number of houses, shops, offices, and farms.
Okay.
Just if you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay. So there is. So it doesn't add up to 192, is what you're saying. Okay. So we need to add up everything, but not this, not that, and not that. So there's barns, which have 4. I'm going to type this in the chat so that you can all help. Barn is 4. House is 7. A shop is 10. A block of flats is 18. And a factory or whatever, a power plant probably, 24. So we've got, let's put that there. And I'll put the last, I'll put the last row on in a second. So we've got a barn, and a house. So we're up to 8. Okay, so, and then everything here. So we've got a shop. I should just count the number of each, shouldn't I? That's going to be easier. There's those 2 barns, which at 4 each, that's 8 people. Houses. We got 1, 2, 3 for that one. 4. They're worth 7. So that's 28. Shops have got 10 people, so that's 1, 2. Super Saver was in it, 3. Those are the only shops, because of course there are only 3. Oh no, there's a discount close.
How many? Okay, how many? What's a shop? Wait.
This one. Shop is 10.
Give the names of the shops.
Irina's Hats, Discount Clothes, and Super Saver.
Are you sure Super Saver's covered?
Yeah. He says. So we had this one that goes just across here. That's fine. That. So I would say that was covered by this.
No, Super Saver's not covered by that.
All right then. 2 shops then.
Good. Yes. Yeah. So I'm also going to correct you. How many farms?
Farms.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
3. You had 2 before.
I did. So that's 12.
Good. Okay, so now as punishment for the next overflight, you need to make the plane noises.
This is fine. This is fine. Okay, the next time. So the flight MA384 is due any moment. You'll be pleased to know. So here are the. That block of flats is not covered, but these 2 are. They are covered, as is that one. Although that's a bank, but it's the same shape. It's the same shape, so I'm assuming it's that. So that is, they each have 18 people. So that's 3 times 18, that is 54. And there is just the one power plant that I can see. That is 24 people, but it wasn't covered, so that's nothing. So I make that a total of 114.
Hold on. 3 farms, 4 houses.
Yeah.
Is total of 40.
No, the houses are 7.
Yes, you have four houses.
Oh, yeah, that's a total of 14 total. 2 of the shops, that means it makes 60.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 of the...
There are 4 office buildings.
1. Oh, I didn't see that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so add on, so 4 times 18 is...
72.
There you go. And that gives us a grand total of 132.
Correct. So those are office buildings because a block of flats is not called Money Inc. unless you have a luxury block of flats, I guess. So.
No. And that still gives us more than the baked beans.
Yeah. So I think Meredith is correct, which is when a flight starts on something, that is also covered.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That is also poisoned. So the number I'm just going to reveal the reason why I'm asking Dan to do this way is that the numbers are very close to each other because it's a puzzle, but his number is correct.
Okay. 633600 is the number, just over 600,000. That is more than the baked beans, which was 599,000. I have no idea. It blended in. I'm going to blame the fact that I'm colorblind, even though it's very obviously a different color. And I was too busy having fun with the paper airplane, which I can now construct. Okay.
While he's constructing that, I'm just going to refer to the chat. I do have the answer key in front of me. I'm not saying anything for most of this, but I will confirm if the answers are correct or not. So he's actually correct. Dan is actually, red-green, fairly strongly red-green colorblind.
Yeah. I am. And to be fair, that is a pinky red and the background is a green. So they are quite subtle shades. But even so, the fact that there's a big label above the building was a giveaway. Yeah.
So I just don't want the chat to feel like we're wasting time or doing that. We are on the right track. Everything's going according to plan.
Good. And the plane, I'm putting in the wings backwards. Am I? No. The wings are the right way around.
I think there's a correlation between being colorblind and being creative.
The right way or the wrong way?
No, because like you, Mr. Body, a few other people I know that have some degree of colorblindness.
That's true. David Bodicum is as well.
And they're super colorblind, so that's why, yeah.
Was that making lovely sounds? Was that?
Oh yeah, because it's the squeaky styrofoam.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see. I mean, I'm going to throw this directly after destroying my desk. Yeah, terrible flyer. So,
that flew pretty well. That was pretty good.
I didn't attach its little propellers, which that'll be why I didn't.
But it glided pretty nicely. It's a single engine in the front.
There's an that's what that bit's for. That's why there's a hole in it.
Oh my god. Okay, well I know what I'm getting Dan next Christmas.
No, you don't need. It won't fit anyway because it's slightly malformed. Anyway. We have done air, we have done food. It's time for some water. Sorry, what was that?
So far, we have learned that if you wanted to poison a bunch of people, commercial flights may be the better option.
Water supply. Here we go again. The top brass want us to find out how successful it would be if we put some chemical into the water supply. I didn't ask why. Not worth the court-martial. As you're no doubt aware, while every home in Malveria is connected to water pipes, not all our water pipes have water in them. We need to establish how many people actually have water flowing into their homes. To assist you with this task, I've enclosed a map of the water system. Here is a link to the checkered history of Malveria's pipe system, www.malveria.com/pipe-history. I will type that and then I'll give that into the chat in a second. Malveria.com/pipe-history. Pipe-history. Okay, good. So if you want to look at that, I am now doing that. Overleaf is data on how many people in each city are connected to which type of pipes. Use this data wisely and find out how many Malverians would be affected by the system. Yours, Lieutenant Seven. And there we have a list of... so there's 3 different types of pipes: modern Malverian, Soviet and Old Polish. They have started including PTOs. I don't know whether that's because they've been watching me and go and just laughing at how inept I can be and not reading the back of the things. But I do like the fact that it now says PTO. So there's 3 different types of pipe. This is the pipe network. So let's put that onto here. Raise you up. So I have no idea what's going on. Absolutely no idea. The only thing that you are not seeing, everything is on the screen aside from the title, which is Malveria Water Pipe Schematics. You can cope without that. Possibly a little bit. So there's a couple of numbers down here that you can't quite see. But aside from that, we're all good. So the history says that there are 3 types of pipes: modern Malverian, Soviet and Old Polish. The water system operates in a linear fashion. When water leaves one city's system, it runs to the next closest city or water station, unless otherwise stated. It's worth noting that the water runs through each city and water station once, except for Pochiv, which it flows through 3 times, and Slobodia, which it flows through twice. Not all pipes have water running through them. The city of Mitrov... Oh, goodness, this is going to be fun, isn't it? We are going to have to compare these, aren't we? So we're going to have to use this with those pipes. I'm not sure what the black thingies are. I don't know what the Z8. Don't know what the Z8 stands for. I think we have to read.
Scrolling down.
I think we have to read this website. So yes, I was just about to read it all.
Yeah, keep going down.
So the city of Mitrov was the last city in Malveria to have running water installed. Mitrov is this one, top left. The Z8, different thing. It was fitted with modern Malverian pipes. We now know that modern is pink. Modern is pink. Modern pink. I don't know why I've written that on a post-it note and then put it out of shot so that you can't see it. It was fitted with modern in 1995 and was squeezed in at the start of the water system just before water flows through Pochiv for the first time. Right. So do we put a line doing that? Is that what we're doing? A line between here and here? There is one water treatment works in Malveria, the Z8 water treatment plan. This is where the water pipe system begins and ends. Once water leaves Z8, it runs along the same pipe system unless it's moved into another pipe system via a water station. So these are water stations. There's water station 149, which is this one down here. 452, which is just down here. And 791, which is here. And 149 goes from modern to Soviet. 452 has funky stuff, and 791 also has funky stuff. 452 says this water station is unique. It runs water back into the city of Slobodia rather than to another city. Right. So we know that it starts at Z8. This is where the water pipe system begins and ends. And we know that the city of Mitrov was the last city in Malveria. It was fitted with modern pipes. I was going to assume it went to Mitrov first, but I think that we can't assume that. I don't know why I thought that.
Keep reading the sentence.
It was squeezed in at the start of the water system just before the water flows through Pochiv for the first time. So we know it goes to Mitrov before Pochiv, but it's not necessarily going to Mitrov first.
It says at the start of the water system, so that means it does go through it first.
Okay. So, how do I mark this? I mean, obviously not with anything permanent. Have you seen my detectiving today? It's going sublimely. Right. Post-it notes of the right.
So I'm gonna. This is where if you had like a cling film or acetate, that would work really well.
I'm going to do post-it notes of the right width, and hope that it all works. And so there we go.
So to just spell this out in terms of logic puzzleness, you are going to construct a single path that goes from Z8 through a bunch of pipes and a bunch of cities and all the stations, and then returns back to Z8. But there are specific rules on how that works.
Eden, definitely use a Sharpie. Nothing can go wrong. Absolutely. Absolutely. I will actually use a Sharpie, but on the post-it notes, because, yeah, have you seen me? So that's now going into there. So it's going to come out here. So what happens next? So it's got to go into 791, and it's going to change from Modern Mulvarian, which is the pink, to Old Polish, which is one of the other two, but we don't know which one. So we know that you're going into 791. Is it going to go straight out? Does it have to go... it runs along the same pipe system unless it's moved into another pipe system via a water station. So it's going to change it to an Old Polish. But don't know. So we know it's going to change colour. It's not going to be pink after this. So Pochiv, it's doing... It floats. So we know that all three of these have got water in for Pochiv. Is this large enough, by the way? Are we doing okay? I can make it larger. So it's going to go through all three of those. It has to go through all one of Mitrov, 3 of that. 2 of which one? What was the other one? There was 2.
Yeah, you have the. If you can make it bigger, Tebow Bear would like that, and you don't need the Excel part.
Yes, you're absolutely right. In fact, I will just. I'm just going to swap it to the view once I've put you back, because go. I'm just going to swap you back to that, and I will give any information that's needed out. So we know that Pochiv has to go through 3 times. There was one of them that had to go through twice. I'm trying to remember what it was. Trying to spot it. Slobodia, it goes through twice. So it's 3, 2 for that one. Okay. Yeah. Everything else, it goes through once. So we know that only one of these pipes it will go through. So here, that is the complicated station 452. Is that literally going to join up to here, here, and here? Is that what's happening? Don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. I am a bit stuck here.
Why did you stop at 791?
Because I don't know where to go.
Well, where do you think you're going?
Either up, right, or down. You'd assume it goes right, because it's a straight line. And then it would go to Dubrakov because it's the nearest. Once the water leaves, it runs on unless it's... no. I was hoping for a instruction that just says it goes to the nearest one always.
Well, you know it's going to Dubrakov.
Do we?
That's this 791 has exactly one direction.
Okay. Okay. So it's going to come up here, and there's nothing for it to change its color. So we know that we do know that this now is the Old Polish. This purple is Old Polish. So he's just going to come out and go back into Sloven, which means we know that neither of these two have anything going through. So it's going to come out and go through Z8, because Z8 goes through Z8 3 times. Is that right? Where do I think I read that?
It goes through Pochif.
It goes through Pochif 3 times. So he's going to go in through here. Okay.
Remember, Z8 is the beginning and end of whatever loop you're doing.
Okay. This, yeah. Okay. So it's going to come out of here, turn, and then go in there. Sorry, that doesn't quite line up. So you're going to come out of here. Oh. Are you, though? Because... Oh, yeah, because you can come out of here and then go into this. Because that doesn't cross anything. So could do that. I don't see any reason why not. It's either got to go here. I think it's got to be this one. I'm not entirely certain why. Meredith agrees with me, so I mean that's good. So let's take you down to the blue and take you down there. So you're now down here. I assume you're going to go in 452. So this now means it's going to change. So Old Polish pipes in, modern Mulvarian pipes out. So he's going in as Old Polish. So it's coming out as modern Mulvarian. He's coming back out as pink. So that's this one. And that is the second time that he would be going through Slobodia. So that is everything, isn't it? That is the 2 times that it goes in and comes out. So it goes in there, out there. And now you're going to come out of there. And you're just going to go in 149, which transfers modern Mulvarian, which is good because we're in it, to Soviet pipes. So we're now going to go from this pink. You're going to go in here, and you're going to go to green.
Yeah, you have 452 just barely off the screen, so...
Yeah. So you're going to go through the green. You're going to go... You're now green. And you need to go through Pochiv again. So you're going to come out of that, go into there, and then come up through there. Okay, that is the loop. I forget why we were making a loop, but that is the loop. So you're going out through there, into the red, coming out through the red, into the blue, through the blue.
Yeah, I'm going to ask that you use the names of the cities and types, just because saying it comes out of there is a little tricky for some.
Yep, I am adding arrows. There we go. Right. Why were we doing that? There was a reason why we were doing that. Aha. Oh, goodness. Okay, we're going to be going back to Excel in a second. So we know the populations of each of these, and we know the number of people who are on each particular pipe. That is from this piece of paper. So we're going to now combine the two things now that we know which which are used. So we're going to start with Mitrov. It's going through Mitrov. That's 40,000. That's fine. That's just going to be 40,000 right there. Then going through Pochiv. So it's using all 3 pipes in Pochiv. So that's going to be... I'm going to get my calculator out, and you can see me adding up all the things. Calculator.
Just follow the path one at a time. Don't get accused.
I was going to do it by city.
Yeah, well, okay.
So I've done Mitrov, which is 40,000. Let's do it in reading order of cities. Oh no, I see why you were doing it. Right, okay, yeah. Right, doing it by pipe. Pochiv, but modern, it's 107,500. Plus, go out through here. So it's this one, so the Dubrakov Old Polish, that's 37,500. Going out here, Old Polish in Sloven, that is 55,500. Coming out of there, going into Pochiv, so that's the Old Polish in Pochiv, that's 87,500. Coming out of there in Pochiv, so we have the Old Polish and the modern in Slobodia. So that's 92.5 and 80.5. 92.5 and 80.5. Yay, numbers. Coming out of there, we go into this town, which is Buzkazan. And they're getting the Soviet one. Buzkazan, Soviet. That's another 60,000. And then Pochiv, Soviet, another 80,000. And that's it. Which gives us 641,000. Whew. That gives us 641,000. Which I'm hoping Sensei agrees with. That is slightly higher than the what was the previous one that we did? Air supply, meow, and way more than the beans. The beans was just under 600,000. The air was 633. This is 641,000. So we now know, long puzzle, but we now know how they're going to deploy it. It's going to be by water. Right.
I'm just going to note that you do have a bit to get through, so just so you know.
Will do. Okay. Just pulling up. So the time was 7 p.m. The time was 7 p.m. and it was by air. I'm just looking for the codes because I've lost them.
Sure. Yeah, you do need to look up the codes, and also you'll need the name to pronounce the name of the yogurt again.
Okay. Imolivov. I'm looking it up, okay? Where is it? I can't find it. Molvaria. Emolviog. Let's move on to puzzle 3. The Sloven laboratory. So we now know how they're going to do it. We now know when. But we need the detail. So the detail was the number, how much of it. Emolviog. Oh dear. Okay. Dear Dr. Brukev. Oh, there's a thing here that says rabbit test subjects. Dear Dr. Brukev, you will have no doubt been informed by now. For the next month, you and your team are on secondment to me. You need to carry out an analysis of Chiron, a chemical weapon we have obtained, and discover the most acceptable dosage in humans to produce the results we desire. We want to make the humans incredibly happy whilst also relaxing them. First, we need to ascertain the safe dosage for human consumption. I believe beginning with animal trials would be the best. No animal trials, no. I have included overleaf a list of side effects which would and would not be acceptable. Once you have completed the animal trials, you should use human trials to establish the precise dosage we should be giving to our targets. I don't need to remind you this is highly classified and should not be discussed outside of your laboratory. Regards. Okay, so acceptable side effects: high headaches, diarrhea, rash, cough, inability to sweat, cheese-like odour, and a sense of ennui. Unacceptable: growth of extra body parts, massive increase in size, loss of appetite, bright red eyes, photoluminescence, narcolepsy, superintelligence, super strength, bloodlust, death, and spontaneous combustion. Death and spontaneous combustion. Okay. So those are those. Just wanted to update you on how the trials are going. Here's a list of all rabbits that were part of the Charon experiment. Each rabbit was given a dose within a 100 milligram range, i.e. X00 to X99. So there are the rabbits. That's how much they received. Following the experiment, all of the rabbits were accidentally released into the laboratory. Yeah, they are, and for the most part, peaceful. Therefore, we've let them roam around. Maybe we'll round them up one day. We'll start with the human trials. Now we know which of the dosages above has none of the undesirable side effects. It happens, doesn't it? I hate it when you lose your rabbits. Nothing else on that one. Just wanted to give you a second update now that the human trials are over. After we'd found a suitable dosage range from the animal testing, we were ready to move on to human subjects. We tested 8 random Morvarians with different dosages of Charon. The range established by the animal testing lent itself nicely to be carried out in increments of 10 milligrams. Patient 1 would receive X10, X20 for the second, and so on. Whilst they were under the effects, scans of their brains were taken to ascertain which of the dosages were affected the brain in the desired areas. As you know, the desired effect of Charon in humans is to raise the level of dopamine and serotonin in the system, resulting in extreme happiness, whilst also slowing the cortex that controls their general activity, relaxing them thoroughly. This would be accurately represented by a rise in activity in the hypothalamus and a slowing activity in the frontal lobe of the cerebrum. I'm sure you know, but when looking at the scans, be sure to note that the blue spectrum indicates a decrease, red an increase. After each patient has been subjected to a week of testing, they were asked to fill out the Charon Problem Survey, CPS. This allowed us to measure things that the brain scans were unable to indicate, emotional responses. So we'll look at that in a second, because that will tell us the exact dosage. But let's look at the rabbits first, because that will narrow it down to the nearest 100 milligrams. Are we going to get some pictures? We're going to get pictures of rabbits. Oh, look at the bunny. Oh, look at the bunny. Buns. Oh, this one's got a carrot. That was a nice white fluffy one. Yep. And yeah, so cute. Absolutely. I'm assuming they have things on the back. No, they don't. Okay, they've got nothing on the back, but we do know. Okay, so we know that 1487 had the lowest dose. One of these has got bright red eyes, haven't they? Is that right? Is that where we're going to be going? Is that what we're going to be doing? So, here we are. Once you've completed the animal trials, okay. We decided to test 8. That's humans. Okay. So this was the smallest dose. I mean, this one's got bloody big ears. So is that going to be an undesirable effect?
In the interest of, I'm going to say, is there anything on that sheet that you haven't used yet?
The website. Should we go to the website?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the website, out of interest, is Sloven, Sloven laboratory.com, which I will just put in the chat. Okay. So, okay, it turns out that rabbit's bloody huge. Rabbit 483 may... I see. Right, this one is glowing in the dark. Okay, more bunnos, but with problems. Also... Oh, he must be... The professional staff must be emitting a cheese-like odour, I'm assuming, because... Oh, no, that was acceptable. Hang on. What was it? Was cheese-like odour was acceptable. But, okay. So we can get rid of this bunny. It's huge. So, Rabbit 483, you are done. This one... Okay, you're Rabbit 9385. You are... Oh, there's an actual thing. Yep. Bioluminescence is considered unacceptable. One says delete this picture. Does it? Where? Teamwork, safety measures, hard at work, test subjects, our lab, professional staff, test tubes plenty, lovely shiny labs, fancy machines, workplace perks, delete this picture. Oh, I love the writing here. Okay, so we looked at that. Is there a rabbit in this one? Not that I can see. Okay. I mean, there's a rabbit in this one. It doesn't look like anything is going wrong there. Why are you holding your nose though? Don't think there's anything there. Okay, bright red eyes. We can see here there's one with bright red eyes. So that is Rabbit 5982. Rabbit 5982, you are considered unacceptable. You look like you've grown a body part. I'm assuming that's an ear. Rabbit 3857, you've grown an extra ear. We're down to 2. So the 2, it's this one. Which, okay. So you've spilt a test tube. But the rabbit seems fine. Is there...
There's a little bit of blood around the mouth.
Oh! Murder rabbit! So there is, yes. Oh, bad bunny. Okay, you are considered unacceptable. Which means that the correct rabbit is this one here. The cheese-like odour. You'll never find our staff saying or doing anything offensive. They're all lovely characters. We make our hires both on attention to detail and... You are the acceptable rabbit with a dosage range of 600 to 699 milligrams. Monty Python reference. Yep.
I'm just happy that you literally see a rabbit with blood stains and think, yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Once our test subject, this is now our pet, Kevin. He got very big. What about this one? We have some fantastic technology at our disposal, top of the line. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so we now know the first digit 6. We know the first digit is 6. But what is the next digit? Well, we need to turn to the human trials for that. For that, we can go to slovenlaboratory.com / and I'll put this in the chat in a second, / human trial results. Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness, there's download links. Okay. I think there could have been a bit more blood there. I would have liked more, slightly more obvious blood because I didn't spot it at first. So, we have here, I've placed the human trial results here for perusal and reference. Open it.
I mean, the chat is correct. The guy's head has a huge amount of blood leaking out of his skull.
I did not spot that.
Apparently not. You're not. We know your detective skills, but literally there's blood everywhere.
Okay, right. We got 8 patients. One of these is the correct patient that we need to find. So Once again, we can't have a few undesirable things such as bloodlust, narcolepsy we can't have, loss of appetite we can't have, death, spontaneous combustion we can't have. Coughing's fine, inability to sweat is absolutely fine, a sense of ennui, absolutely fine. So, did you know the desired effect of Charon is raising dopamine and serotonin? So that is, red is an increase. Red is an increase, blue is a decrease. Decreases down. So the fact that there's a blue in this one means that the frontal lobe of the cerebrum we need. So we should see a rise in the hypothalamus and a slowing of activity in the frontal lobe. I don't know where that is. Is that Edam? What I would absolutely do that. I am Frank Drebin at this particular moment in time. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The frontal lobe is in the front part.
Okay, so it would be here somewhere, would it? So we're looking for red in the blue here, blue in the front. Sorry, this would be accurately represented by a rise in the hypothalamus, so that we're looking for blue. No, hang on. Red is increase, so a rise. So we're looking for red here and blue here. So that's wrong because that's got blue. So that's number one. So we know it's not one. Number two. Oh, is that the front? Okay. I thought this was the front. I thought the top. Oh, goodness. Right. Well, a rise in the hypothalamus and a slowing. No, so we're after blue. Oh goodness, I'm so confused. This is the back. Okay.
Okay. Do you see the top left picture?
Yeah. Those are
See
eyes,
what the eyeballs
right?
are?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I
eyes
thought
are in
it
the
was
front of the head.
eyes.
Good.
Okay. So that's irrelevant. That doesn't tell us anything because it's at the back. Right. Have I had any problems with the family? Nope. Everything's fine with them. Have you had any problems with significant others? No. Missed work or lost a job? No. Feeling quite mellow these days. So that's ennui. That's perfectly acceptable. How many hours of sleep have you had? Pretty standard. Anything else to report? Yes. I've had absolutely incredible vision. I used to wear glasses. Now I don't need them. Okay, so he's a candidate. This person is a candidate. Was I part of the trials? I neither confirm nor deny.
So I'll ask this question again. Do they have the effect on the hypothalamus frontal lobe? Remember, you're looking for two.
Oh, right, but there is... Okay, so they didn't have the adverse effect, but they didn't have the effect either. So therefore we can count them out. Right.
Correct.
Okay, so this one... Okay, rise in the hypothalamus. That is good. No decrease. Well, is that... There's a slight decrease here, maybe. So you could sort of maybe count that. Any problems?
Oh, that's a slight blue stain, yeah.
There is a slight blue here. Got a new job. Applied for a job at a blood donation centre. It's fascinating, although my colleagues tell me that despite having the same number of donors before I started, we're exporting less blood. And some must be going missing. He has bloodlust. He is drinking some of the bloodlust. Absolutely, Meredith. So, I'm still having around 9 hours sleep, but I tend to sleep during the day as I find daylight a little unsettling. Moving on to patient 4. Okay, a definite rise in the frontal lobe, which is not what we want. We want a slowing. So we shall just move straight on to patient 5. There we go. We've got an increase in the central cortex of the hypothalamus and a decrease in the frontal lobe. Happy with that? Any problems with your family? My sister used to annoy me. I'm taking things better, so a sense of ennui probably is fine. Going through a divorce, it's a fiery one, but I decided recently it'd be better to relax and give her what made her happy. Okay, everything is great. I'm feeling happy. Okay. My body's so peaceful, I'm getting around 12 hours a night. Does that count as narcolepsy? Because if someone pretty close to narcoleptic... No, that means just randomly falling asleep, doesn't it? So just very relaxed. Okay, Patient 5, you could be our winner. We'll have a quick look at patient 6. Wrong brain work. Patient 7. Okay, the brain work is right here. I operate a forklift truck, and over the last few weeks I've fallen asleep several times whilst operating it. So, patient 7, no, you have narcolepsy. And patient number 8, the brain work is wrong. So patient 5, you are our winner. Ding, 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 ding. So we had a 6. We now have a 5. So we now know that it's 650 milligrams that is the dosage that we want. So we now know what we can finally email. We can finally email with the codes, which I have placed over here. So I need to email Claire at claire.mac@conspiralist.com. Subject, code of thing. The code is... So we start with the method. So we said that the method was through water. So that is CWS. The time, 1900 hours. And the... what was the number that we just came up with? It was 650 is the code. Let's send that off, and I'm hoping that we should get a response from Claire very, very soon. I believe that is all my paper materials. I don't know whether that's the last puzzle or not. We may be given an extra thing to do or not. Let's... Come on. Come on, Claire.
The original form used hyphen. I didn't see what you put.
Hi, great work. We finally know the Mulverian government's plan. They intend to poison the majority of the population of Mulveria by putting Charon into their water system every day. This will suppress the population, making them both relaxed and happy, and therefore less likely they will rise up and try and overthrow their leaders. We need to tell the Mulverian people. Our source is going to hijack Mulveria's most popular radio show and expose the government's plans. But to do this, we need your help. We're going to hack into Radio Mulveria server and get the IP and SSID numbers. Once you get those, send them back to me. I'll pass them on to the source. So we need IP, SSID numbers. Once they've got them, they can make their broadcast and we can end this nightmare. Here's a beginner's guide to hacking. I'm sure you'll pick it up quickly enough. And a link to the Radio Mulveria administrator area. Okay, you'll need to log in with the staff members' details. They're a friend of mine. I've put it on Francis's website so you can access it. Right, I have loaded those up. Just going to clear down all the other things that I've since opened. There's lots of things. Go away. So, a beginner's guide to hacking. You've come to the right place. On the most basic level, this will teach you how to trick a server into thinking you're an authorized user. Once this initial hack has been completed, the server will provide you with IP and SSID numbers, which you can then use for more advanced naughtiness. The server will send various checks or queries to confirm whether the is an authorized user. To confirm the server's queries, the hacker needs to be ready to respond to anything the server asks. Unfortunately, servers ask standard... Fortunately, there are standard queries which have standard responses. Below, you can find the correct responses to each query. Beware, to maximize... Oh goodness, this is going to go horrendously wrong. Servers can only give users 30 seconds to answer each correct response. If you take longer than this, you have to... It'll reset and you have to try again. Oh my goodness. If terminal outputs access on first instance... Oh my goodness, this is going to be... keep talking and nobody explodes. Oh, exactly what Edam Cheese has just said. Okay, so there's all these rules, which I will check in a second. But I'm going to look at these other two websites that that we can look at. Administrator tools. Welcome to the administrator... Okay, we need the ID and full name. Let's have a quick look at their DJs. Very, very brief look. Let's have a look at Adil Barsar. Funniest DJ, he can always bring a smile to your face with his hilarious anecdotes about his miserable life. Aww. Okay, staff pass. Okay, we have... so we know that was... because we just saw the... So that was Ariana Villa. Okay. So... where... Need to go back to the administrator tools. Full name, Ariana Villa. And the staff ID, 567334. Okay. I'm going to try this first on my own, then I'm going to get Scott to help, because I think this going to be just a thing where we have to work as a team? You read the thing and I try and do the thing.
I think team stretching it. You've got 30 full seconds every time.
Right.
You're going to be fine.
Start. Input the correct response. So it says access. Okay. On the first instance of access, user inputs enter. Otherwise, you put override. I'm going to put enter. Command. Okay. On odd occurrences of command, user inputs access. Okay, I'm going to put access. Source. Treat as the output before last. Okay, but number 1 was access, but it's not the first instance of access, so we now put override. Oh my goodness. Undo. Okay. Where's user inputs redo unless terminal has already outputted redo? No, it hasn't. So redo. Help! Access. Okay, this is the second time that access has come up. I assume, because it doesn't count. So, is it the third or the second? Well, it doesn't matter. I just still have to put override. Reboot. Reboot. If outputs reboot, treat as if all prior terminal outputs have ceased to exist. User inputs, okay. Access. Well, that's the first one, so I put enter again. I think it's enter. 1 second. Shift. If it outputs shift, user inputs up unless previous was command, but it wasn't. So I put up. Help. Confirm. If it outputs confirm, user inputs terminal serial number. What's the JDKV? JDKV 83994. 83994. Access. Okay, so this is the second one, so I put override. Redo. If terminal user puts undo, unless terminal has already outputted undo, has it out, which it hasn't, so I put undo. Command. Stop, just crack you. Where is command? Where's command? On odd occurrences of commands, this is the first one, user inputs access. Oh, I nearly mistyped then. Access query. What? User inputs the number of time, inclusive of this, terminal has outputted the word access. Oh my flipping heck. So that's 2. 2? I'm going to go with 2. But does access... Is it 2 or 3? Inclusive of this output. It's going to be 3. Source. Source. If I treat as the output before last, which was command. Okay, which was command. Where's command? On odd occurrences, it's not. Even, we put delete. Help! Undo. Just, yeah. We put redo unless it's already outputted redo. Have we had a redo? Which we have. So we put in the previous what? The previous input. So I put delete again. Shift. Just finish. If terminal output shift, user inputs up unless the previous one was command. Was the previous one command? No. So I just put up. Command. I put access because it's odd. Source. I hope someone is keeping track of this. Treat as output before last, which was shift. Shift, we put up, but if the previous one was command, which it was, we put down. I typed down. Access query. Oh, the previous... the number of... Oh, no. It's the number of times access has come up. It was 3. And since then, we've had one more. So it's 4. You have hacked us. Oh, my flipping heck.
That is correct. Well done.
I shall have a point. Okay, we have an IP and SSID. I am seriously impressed that I did that first. I was impressed that I did that first time. MVP 1478. Thank you. Send that man a donor. Absolutely. So if you want to do this, the website to do it is I assume it's the same set, but it's there, and the link to hacking it is here, and you may or may not need these login details as well. I'm not sure, but anyway, if you want to go, there you go. Right, I forget. Oh, I just need to send this to Claire now, don't I? That's the easy bit. Okay, so IP was 127.58.216.1 and SSID MVP 1478. Thank you very much, everyone, for applauding there. I was not expecting a huge amount of pressure in one of the things that we had to do today, but there we go.
When you had typed in 2 because you forgot to include the current
one of the current one, yes.
The chat, I froze, and the chat was also on tenterhooks, wanting you not to mess up.
And that's great. I've sent that to the anonymous source. They're going to broadcast immediately. Here's a link so you can listen. I'll email you as soon as the broadcast is finished so we can plan our next steps. If you don't receive anything, make sure you check your junk email. Let's listen live.
And for the 15th week running, that is number 1 in the Mulverian charts. You're listening to Drive Time with Vladimir. Coming up in the next half hour, we ask, how many turnips is too many?
Hello, my name is Leonid Markov.
Oh, Leonid.
Up until recently, I was the Mulverian ambassador to the United Kingdom. I apologize for interrupting this radio show, but I have to expose what this Mulverian government is planning to do. They have obtained a chemical that...
We would like to apologize for that interruption. Please disregard everything you just heard. They were the ramblings of what sounds like a madman. Back to the show. We asked you, is eating 4 turnips a day too much? You voted in your thousands, and the answer is an overwhelming...
No.
Yeah.
There are problems with this broadcast, comrade. Apologies, we will resume service as soon as possible. It does sound like Leonid's doing a bit of a double agent thing, isn't he? Sounds like he's evolved, but to try and do a good thing in the end. Next up, Cooking Up a Storm with Nigella Lawson, and later today, it's a Hard Glock Life, Mulveria's #1 gun radio show. Okay. Oh, I can't believe it was my father who was feeding us information the whole time. Does that mean he's innocent after all? I don't know what exactly happened there, but something caused his broadcast to be cut off halfway through. I need to find him. Something must have happened for him to stop the broadcast. He's got to be in danger. I've checked the IP of the broadcast coming from him. Strangely, he's very close to where I am now. I don't have time to knock on every door within a 2-mile radius. I've got an idea. We can use the signal from the broadcast to try trace exactly where he is. I've still got access to Radio Mulveria's systems. Good, I'm not hacking that again. All which you need to do is go to this interface, match the broadcast waveform to the correct height, frequency, and offset. The broadcast band you get from that will enable me to find exactly where he is. Okay, so here's the link, Radio Tracker. Oh, okay, so we're going to select one of those, select one of those, and select one of those. Okay. And here is the broadcast waveform. Is it just going to be that? Is it going to be 30 seconds of that? Is it going to change? Okay. So, Looks like it's just going to be that. So, we can look at how high. I'm going to pause it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Isn't that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5 squares high. 5 squares high. Is that 1, 2, 3? That's 4. So it's this height. Oh, we're going to have to count again, aren't we? So from tip to tip, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 squares. Ooh, it looks like it's going to be this one, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is that last one. The offset. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 from the top. So, okay. Well, it's none of those then. Which one do you think it is? I think it's this one. 1, 2, 3 to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 3.5. It's got to be. It's either this one or this one. I'm not entirely sure which. Count to the centre of the signal. Good point. Good point. So it's going to be this line here, isn't it? Along this middle here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Whoops, wrong one. So the middle is going to be 1, 2. So I think it's that one. I think it's that one. Where do I... So the broadcast band is 102.8 from that. Oh, I see. If we click different things, it'll give us different broadcast bands, will it? Yes, it will. Okay. 102.8. So we need to email Francis.
Sorry, Ken. The text above the thing.
Radio frequency 10. I wish I can't spell. 2.8 hertz. No, wasn't hertz. Megahertz, wasn't it? Let's just check. 102.8 megahertz. Okay, well, let's see if that's correct.
Can you scroll up a little bit?
On
the tracker page.
Sorry. You're breaking up a bit there. Oh dear, that's very very broken up. Great, Claire's got that and is heading there now. In fact, I think she's there now. She's trying to call me, but my signal is bad. She's left a voicemail. I can link you to it. I'll email you once Claire's found her dad. Check your junk as my email has been intermittent later. That was a good time for Scott's signal to also die, wasn't it? Okay, here we have a voicemail from Claire.
You have...
I was just going to say read the text on the tracker page.
Okay.
New message. Main menu. To listen to your messages, press 1. For greeting... First, new message.
Francis, it's, they've...
Has there been a murder?
No. They... Oh, God. Francis, they've... He's dead. Dad is dead.
End of messages.
Bit abrupt message there. We finally have a murder to solve, Edam. We have a murder. There's been a murder. But we don't know whether it was a fully good guy or a fully bad guy or a double agent, but Leonid is no more. I'm not sure what happened. It sounded like she said Leonid was dead. I've tried calling her back, but she's not answering her phone. I think we all better split up and lay low. I'll be out of contact for a while. Thank you for all your help. Your detective work has been magnificent. Yours has. Mine has been farcical. I'll get in touch with you again when we know what's happened. Until then, keep your head down. These people we're dealing with are more dangerous than we could ever have imagined. And there we go. I was laughing at the abrupt ending of the call. It was moving, it was poignant, and then the end of message it ruined the atmosphere. So we have a murder. And that is today's Detective Society. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me and for correcting me all throughout the evening. And also thank you to Scott as well for gently nudging along when we needed guiding. Thank you very much. Any comments from you, Scott? Oh dear. Your signal's quite poor at the moment, Scott. So that was good timing, really. The next one of these should be beginning of December, probably. So the next Tuesday will be either the 1st or the 8th. Probably the 8th, I'm hoping, the 8th of December. But do follow at QuizzyDan on Twitch for all the latest things all the latest news of what I'm doing and when. And you'll be able to get a notification if you follow me on Twitter. Click the follow button on Twitch. You'll get a little notification on your phone when I go live. We just need to change Scott's wavelengths. Absolutely, it's absolutely.
No,
oh, you're back.
It's okay. Hi, sorry about that.
No, don't worry. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any comments?
No, just a pleasure for you guys in the chat to, again, I hope you enjoyed these last 2 hours.
I certainly have.
Yeah. I was just going to say, too, the tracking website references the Lithuanian hacking scandal of 1993.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, it does say here after the horrible hoax from our Lithuanian neighbours. Oh, was that a thing on their in their history?
No. Probably not, but number stations are weird.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So let's have a look and see if there is anyone that I can raid. It's been great. I am next up from me is Dan's quiz on Thursday at 8 p.m. Do join me for that. Oh, do we want to raid Royal Flush or DVD Smith? Let me know if you have a preference. So Dan's quiz is on at 8 p.m. on Thursday. Join me for cross between quiz and bingo. Get answers correct and then put them in right answers in straight lines for even better bonus points. I'll be off to DVD Smith anyway, says Edam Cheese. Well, in that case, let's raid him. I will raid Royal Flush next time, I promise, because I feel like I'm monopolising David at the moment. But anyway, David, we shall increase his viewers by lots. Right, what was that yogurt name? Oh, Imolvi Wog.
Can I ask you to do one other thing, though?
Yes.
Just for fun. Go to the Mulvarian website.
Yes.
And go to the history.
History of Mulvarian. We are there.
And you'll see the Buzzicon incident, which is new. At the bottom.
Buzzicon incident.
Yes.
On April 1988, town of Buzzicon. It was just after 7 p.m. at the Mulvarian Baked Beans factory on the outskirts of town. Security guard Jens was carrying out his first patrol of the evening when he heard a noise coming from the building which housed the baked bean vats. He entered the building, worried that there were some local vandals who had recently put baked beans in his thermos of coffee. However, when he opened the door to the building, he did not see vandals. He saw the number 4 vat, the largest and newest, vibrating with terrifying power. He ran for his life because number 4 exploded. Baked beans were scattered all over Buzzkazan, with some beans being found over a kilometre away. The explosion itself was so powerful it was felt as far away as Mitrov, nearly 40 kilometres to the north. Initial reports of multiple injuries were found to be incorrect. Witnesses reported seeing people covered in blood, but this was later established to be tomato juice. Jens survived the blast, but has never eaten a baked bean again. I love the writing for this. It's just Imolviog. Is it Imolviog? Well, anyway, Imolviog is our raid message. So there we go. Raid DVD Smith, and the message. Get ready to copy and paste that. Is Imolviog. Happy Imolviog Day. So I will see those of you who want Dan's quiz. I'll see you on Thursday. Until then, stay safe, stay sane. Don't eat too many baked beans and enjoy your Imolviog. Take care. Bye.
Bye.